The power of love can heal as much as it can destroy people. Heal your broken heart and attract the person who can make you complete. Love and separation help us to understand ourselves. Most people see separation as a problem, but not as an opportunity. The mutual craving for balance and peace guides people towards each other. Don't run away from your negative thoughts. Thinkers have said that money is the root of all evil. Small tasks are foundations that make great success possible. Assalamu alaikum Nazreen, this is Professor Dr. Raheel Karim. I'm sorry I've been a bit absent for some length of time. आज जो हम बात कर रहे हैं वो attraction के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. And attraction is ruled by several laws. So some of them are scientific and other explanations are philosophical. तो attraction क्या चीज़ है? We see attraction as a feature that someone or somebody may possess. It can also be a process of experiencing chemistry with someone. So attraction is not only just sexual. David Hooper, a famous man who has done a lot of work on that, insists that attraction is a compelling energy. It manifests in our seeking for the qualities or phenomena that have the potential to make us complete. So, आपने देखा होगा कि ordinarily we reach out to beautiful, intelligent, funny people with good judgment and high standards. We want to cultivate the same qualities in ourselves in scientific terms. In scientific terms, attraction is the power of gravity. Sorry, a bit complicated हो रहा है. Alongside with three other forces. एक force है electromagnetism की, strength and weakness. तो ये electromagnetism तो permeate करती है nature में and extends far beyond human interactions. Therefore, attraction can be effective over significant distances, even when people are not in the same country or in the same continent. Sir Isaac Newton proved this point by formulating the law of gravitation. अब law of gravitation हमें ये बताता है कि each object in the world draws the next thing. Similarly, Albert Einstein जो एक famous scientist हैं, उन्होंने theory of relativity में ये बताया कि everything exists solely for the purpose of attraction. Scientists and psychologists still have the need to have a final account of how these issues work. ये complicated phenomena है and it is very difficult to dissect or to slice the power. अगर हमने इसको बहुत scientifically देखते हैं तो इसकी mystery जो है ना ख़त्म हो जाती है. Scientific evidence is also limited, therefore attraction remains a mystery. अब हम ये भी देखते हैं कि the universe is a coherent whole. However groundbreaking these Newton's and Einstein's laws of work might be, yet they don't explain the subtle riddles of the entire world, even between us as earthly humans who are attracted to each other. They are irresistible forces that overpower our rational, pragmatic minds. So, did you know that Albert Einstein stated that all celestial bodies took shape through the power of attraction? Ab attraction is the initial thing. So attraction then leads to the power of love, which keeps the universe in order. The powers of attraction and love are mutually intertwined, यानी कि इकट्ठे हैं. The latter is capable of ousting every other urge in your life. Think about when you fall in love with someone now and compare how much you want to eat or sleep with the desire to spend time with a person. Like the way we experience. The way we experience love changes with time, but this power has the potential to keep us together forever. The world's most popular spiritual traditions see love as attraction, as mutually supportive forces. They tend to explain attraction through love. Some spiritual teachers even favor love more because it proves more apt to keep the two people together for good after the powers of attraction may have initially worn off. But the power of love can heal as much as it can destroy people. As we remember from the previous conversation, that every object can attract any other entity. Some items are drawn to each other on the bedrock of their differences. So it is important that we don't have to be similar, really. Differences, thus, are ways to seek way to complete each other. However, the object does not necessarily maintain this connection forever. Something else might break them apart. This logic is sufficient for human relationships and the order of the universe. Galaxies gravitate back and forth towards each other. Our understanding of this phenomenon is still superficial, but it cannot account for the power, as complexity of love cannot clarify all the world's mysteries or be used as a scientific explanation. So, really, science, in essence, cannot explain anything, and it leaves a certain amount of doubt. Pundits refuse to see the bigger picture. Love can be a much discussed dark matter, but nevertheless it remains an active creative force that targets unification rather than division. It makes things complete in their totality as a unique kind of an energy. Love offers valuable insights into the meaning of wholeness, and love has the potential to make you one with yourself. It can heal your broken heart and attract the person who can make you complete. A reasonable mind will certainly look at the personal experiences that they have. Scientific data को तो वो discard करेंगे, but irrational power of love, science do not correlate to each other. So love and separation help us to understand ourselves. Love means unity. When in our love our energies flow as one, completing each other in several ways. When circumstances contribute towards separation, we can then learn who we are by estimating what we have temporarily lost. I can understand and acknowledge that splitting is a painful experience for couples who have been together for many years. Nevertheless, it gives us the space to define and value what matters. Most people see separation as a problem, but not as an opportunity. I do believe that separation, like love, is a universal concept that applies to everything. Think about an orange that you can cut into half, or the food that is unattached to the plate on which it lays, and your partner, however close to you, is not an integral part of your body. Separation, in essential, is to segregate truth from falsehood, facts from myths, and data from speculation. We need this kind of knowledge to guide us in ethical decision-making. However, knowing how objects are separate from each other does not make us happy, nor does it enrich our lives with meaning. On the other hand, love gives us the purpose and adds color to our black and white knowledge of the world. So instead of looking at the orange halves or food separate from the plate, we see the beauty of our dinner table and the touching intimacy of a shared meal with our partners. Love is the light at the end of the tunnel, and eventually we all but gravitate towards it to heal our scars of separation. In love, we do not focus on the differences. Instead, we feel grateful for everything we have both achieved through love and through separation. Separation helps us to appreciate ourselves in the world, people around us, but there is one catch. When divided, we have to go through pain to see the light. It takes courage, and as a result makes us stronger to feel affection for someone else. You need to love yourself first, as I have often said, first, as you do rarely judge other people. Moreover, you feel complete without someone else constantly reassuring you. So it's worth remembering that loving yourself makes your love for the other person more powerful. When you don't concentrate on your flaws or whatever you think is wrong with you, your heart is open to love attraction. This broadens your horizon as you intentionally or otherwise understand what another person has that you may lack. Attraction leading to love makes you become what you think about maintaining a positive outlook. This does not mean ignoring your problems or smiling when you feel like bursting into tears. To the contrary, it implies acknowledging what is real pain and suffering in your life. and concentrating on the good, hopeful, and optimistic things once you succumb to your fears and insecurities. Growing anxiety about the other people attracts things into your life by paying attention to them. Before something comes into being, you need to conceive the idea of anticipating it. Happiness, pleasure, and hope will unmistakably bring them into your life. These will come with people and events and situations which will reinforce your positive thinking. Even if you tend to see your life unfolding in circles, at least make them virtuous and not vicious. Many people are used to preparing for the worst and keeping horrible things to come and putting them to one side. Luckily, habits can be broken. It certainly takes time and willpower to change how you are, but the results will exceed all your experiences. Extreme meets this well-known saying that reflects the main principle of the law of attraction. Simply, differences seek to complete each other. Sometimes we look at couples and find it hard to understand why they are together. For instance, one person is active and sporty, whereas the other partner is a couch potato. We think they are attracted to each other. This is based on the differences that individuals have, which compels them to stay together. It turns out only the first part of that is true, while the power of attraction works best in opposites. The mutual craving for balance and peace guides people towards each other. If it isn't anything in common, the couple won't stay together for long. And whilst the power of attraction feeds upon the differences in people, the common ground allows them to develop love, and for this to then develop into a long-term connection. Although it may be true that opposites seem to attract, it is an even greater truth that opposites are only kept together by an underlying vibration of love. Negative thinking manifests through the ideas of a void. What is a void? A void is a space in the unknown. It is also a space in our psyche where we store all the potential negativity. Really, metaphorically speaking, it is a closet where we keep everything we don't particularly like or don't know how to use but feel too conscious to throw away as time passes. So therefore it stacks up. Negativity overgrows and kind of constantly spills out of the closet. One way or another, it tries to find a way out of the box. It manifests itself in the form of breakdowns and illnesses. As our awareness rises when we identify our negativity, this offers us greater spiritual freedom. There is a way to avoid giving in to the power of negativity. First, we should gradually deal with all the problems we hide in the closet. Secondly, we must create larger, brighter, more attractive contexts to focus on. Thirdly, we must also remember that the more we focus on the negative, the more we attract the unpleasant events in our life. Regarding the first one, we might regret our past actions or anticipate future ones. The fear of the unknown takes rationality away. Negativity can overtake things. And even the sort of negative things that may have never happened continue to swell up and consume us little by little. And eventually what we do is we sabotage our health, wealth, and relationships by letting our fears and doubts overtake us. The crazy thing is that we don't even realize we are doing it due to how subtle it is by understanding our... So by understanding our thoughts, we have the power over us and the power then to manage our negativity and use our experiences of love and attraction as an advantage. As life passes through our conscious and unconscious brains, we measure it against our previous experiences. So previous negative experiences can shape our future experiences. It can shape our future beliefs. We then can create our reality and make it what we want to make it really. And we start believing into things that may have never happened. So both positive and negative emotions like grief, hate and fear are much heavier and they last longer in our heads and brains than the light and positive experiences in our life. Negativity overrides the right feelings of happiness and joy and love. And however, as soon as we realize we don't have an experience, the negative to deserve the positive, the void will grow smaller. We will not make our fears disappear by running away from them. But my advice to you is to confront your fears. The more you avoid situations and fears, the more it is likely to grow and the more the avoidance is likely to take place. So please don't run away from your experiences. Don't run away from your negative thoughts. Make sure that you address them, clean them, open the closet, get these things out of your head, and then you will be able to enter into fruitful relationships. A little bit about our career. This is also a part of our spiritual life. We often think that work and career have nothing to do with our spirituality because we view these things solely as sources of earning money, having a job. Jobs require much of our time, effort, and physical strength as much as it utilizes our intellectual skills. Thinking that we need careers only to survive breeds negativity. So work is very productive. You can keep your life simple by working and paying attention to details, but also to pay attention to the people around us. In the Eastern spiritual traditions, learning from our childhood, the necessity to stay detached from money and material wealth in some cultures is also been emphasized. Lots of philosophers and thinkers have said that money is the root of all evil. Many post-Soviet intellectuals still believe that being poor means being noble. They even take secret pride in being superior to the greedy. Rich by now, you should be able to see how the negativity level grows. So all the rich people are not necessarily spiritual, and nor all the spiritual people are rich, but the spiritual people have a certain different level of happiness that the rich people may never experience. So some people may choose a career departing from the premises of how much they earn money and what they can get out of what they have learned and practiced over years. Money may play a vital role because it is a special kind of an energy we get in return for the energy that we spend doing our work. When we think money as evil, we are repulsed by the potential energy it could give us. Moreover, it is essential to think big as our thoughts can attract our desires. Any job can be a spiritual pursuit regardless of its status. Exchanging actions for money, you are investing your energy and efforts into yourselves by striving to improve, contributing to your personal growth. Should be its own reward other than money. But this thesis turns negative thinking into constructive by instilling our emotional energy into certain things. We call towards us each day, as David Hooper has said, it is essential not to disregard easy or small tasks in favor of serious ones, as every significant achievement in human history started with the first step. Large tasks are not entirely in our hands. They depend on many other factors. On the other hand, small tasks are foundations that make great success possible. It's absolutely vital to remember that the first step is the biggest step you can take towards any journey. One step in the middle, which one would use to reach the top, is very important. The conclusion then says that the law of attraction regulates all fundamental interactions between things, phenomena and people. Everything from the smallest particle in the vibrant galaxy, all items can draw everything else, but things don't stay interconnected forever. A new pair may form the power of attraction, which is yet to be clarified by science, but not least because of the serious research and lack of interest. Therefore, attraction continues to have a certain degree of mystery. Behind the attraction still exists the unknown, which is really the beauty of it, and it is probably what makes the appeal so compelling. Attraction is not boundless, but it can be somewhat controlled by the law of attraction, which asserts that whatever we think is possible becomes possible. When we spend most of our time concentrating on the past, we see no future. And whatever new happens, we start to regret it. So instantly, we despise new attractions, more money that finds our way into pockets. On the other hand, we must learn to be thankful for everything that happens to us. We attract the best possible things into the canvas of our being. Do try to think positively. It is not just a trendy gimmick. You can teach your brain to produce positive reactions and expectations. If you wish to follow these steps mentioned, you will get a more peaceful state of mind. And I would urge you to take 5 minutes to examine your thoughts, identify the negative ones, write them down, and at least 3 good things need to be also written that have happened to you lately. So we as humans choose to concentrate on what we want to concentrate. Very important to choose positive people, spiritual people, and find time to meet them. We need to find people who are worthy of our love and attraction, which will start and enjoy, most importantly, the ability to change things only in ourselves, because others are not in our control. So put faith in your own self, and I certainly can tell you there's nothing stopping you. With this, I'll come to the end of the video. I would be grateful if you're able to subscribe to the portal if you have found this video to be useful, and God willing, see you soon.